Hi everybody. So we're getting towards the holiday season. I was just thinking about something light to make as a snack. This is something I make at home. The super deluxe grilled cheese. I like to use 4 kinds of cheese in my grilled cheese. So I love our rye bread. I love rye bread for a grilled cheese. So I have 2 really nice thick pieces of rye. So I'm gonna build this. I also love mustard in a grilled cheese because it cuts through some of that fattiness and it's a little spicy. I'm using Dijon mustard, which is Grey Poupon, which has got a really nice spice to it. I'm not gonna put that much of it on, and I'm only gonna put it on one side of the bread. So, brie, we need that gooey richness. So I'm gonna take a couple slices of brie, and that's gonna be my underneath because the brie gets a little runny when you cook it. So I think 3 nice slices of brie. Okay, then I'm gonna build my Swiss cheese on top of the brie. And then it wouldn't be a grilled cheese without American singles, so a little bit of American single. I also put that on the bottom because that's a super soft cheese. And then provolone because it's nice and sharp. So what I do at home when I'm doing it is I get my toaster oven and I oil it a little bit, put some foil down, and I put my bread in, and I'm gonna bake this like it would be like a medium toast cycle on your toaster oven. So I put that all the way right up in there. We're gonna let that go for a few minutes. What I like to serve with this is, right when it's nice and toasty, I like to make an arugula salad. So I'm gonna make a little vinaigrette while that's toasting. So I have some more Dijon mustard, that's why I only put it on one side. I just wanted to have a little bit. I'm gonna put a teeny bit of that into the pan. I have some extra virgin olive oil, I'm gonna add that. And a little bit of fresh lemon juice. A pinch of salt and pepper because I didn't season the sandwich. I'm gonna go a little heavy on pepper because I like that. I'm gonna actually add a little more vinegar or a little more lemon juice to it. And I'm just gonna whisk that up. And we have a nice little lemon Dijon vinaigrette to go on our arugula when the sandwich is ready. You should use any kind of cheeses you like. These just happen to be some of my favorites: Swiss, brie, provolone. They're all contrasting. But I like to have a nice soft cheese that will get super gooey, and a nice sharp cheese like a Swiss and a provolone, because I think those two really get stringy and really good. You can certainly use any bread you want. If you have ciabatta bread, I sometimes make them on ciabatta. But you want a good sturdy bread because we are going to toast this in a pan when it comes out. So,
why don't you toast the bread first?
I don't toast the bread like a lot of people because there's so much cheese in this. If I were to do it straight on a saute pan, I wouldn't get the cheese all the way melted. So that's why I bake it as an open face to really melt the cheese, because I want this to be super gooey and delicious. And I feel like the bread sometimes burns before, or it gets really dark before the cheese is melted in that. If I was just doing like a 4-piece Kraft single grilled cheese, I'm just going straight in the pan with some butter. But since it's so much cheese and I really want to give it a head start and jumpstart it to get it going. So, and I love arugula because it's bitter and it goes really well with it. So we can check on our grilled cheese. So you can see it started to get nice and melty. So, I've got this, and that's all I wanted, so I can feel that it's nice and warm. The bottom's probably even a little bit toasty on the bottom. So, we're gonna wanna get some butter in our saute pan, and I just have this over medium heat. we want to get all this butter right in the middle and plop our sandwich right on top of it. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. Right before I folded it over, that would be a great time to put some crispy cooked bacon in the middle of it if you like meat in it, but I'm going to go just straight up grilled cheese, vegetarian. So when my mom used to make... Wow, Matt doesn't know what he's doing over there. When my mom used to make grilled cheeses for me, she always put like a can of soup on top of it to press it down. So I have a pan of butter, melted butter. It seems fitting, right? And the weight from that will help it melt through. We can probably give this a flip. Put that back on it. And I can see the cheese is starting to ooze out, so we're getting close. So we'll take our arugula and just toss that in with our vinaigrette. I'm just going to lightly toss that in the vinaigrette. It's really starting to sizzle. I'm going to add another piece of butter to get it to go underneath, just to make sure we're getting that. Give it a check. Yeah, it's getting nice and golden brown. I'll go back to that other side for just another minute. And that's really what you're looking for, is that super golden brown, crunchy, buttery. Let's see. Yeah. So now we're golden brown on both sides. Turn that off. If you have a non-stick pan, it works really well. And then you can see it's super oozy and good. And then just a little arugula on it, so when you take a bite with the arugula, it's super good. Probably really hot. But it's really good. Nikki Numbers needs to try a bite of it.
Woo, it's hot. The mustard.
The mustard's good because it's a little bit spicy.
I'm gonna take another bite.
And the arugula makes it feel healthy, right?
Yeah, it does.
So that's my deluxe grilled cheese for this week. I'm off next week, so hopefully we'll see you for the new year. Thanks, everybody. Make grilled cheese.